So family and values, and this morning we're looking at what everyone will always want to have. How do I put it? Always complicated cases. Suddenly, Joy being my wife. I'm not lesbian. Okay, don't let me use Joy. Don't let me use Joy, so that will not be complicating the matter anymore. Okay, I'm married to Mr. Dubi David, and he decided to call me, and unfortunately, I was not there to pick the call. And it becomes something like the fire will almost want to fall down, because why would I call my wife and my wife was not there to pick the call? So our topic this morning is calling your partner or your spouse, and there was no response. There was no one at the other end to pick the call, to talk to. The caller, who is the husband or the wife, was expecting to speak to, the spouse, because he needs help, he needs assistance, and he or she was not forthcoming. Okay, maybe he or she needs an advice, and or needed to, get something very fast, and suddenly there was no one to pick the call. Oh my God. This thing costs wahala. I will share many experiences with you this morning. That's why we talk about family and values, because we cannot overlook some things that can very small, but become something beyond. I'm sure, Joy, I don't know whether you've had such experience, but what we wanted to do is, as we continue this discussion, we're going to open the phone lines, but don't disturb me with the phone line. I won't pick it. Just send me a text message first. Ask your question and we'll attend to it. Then we'll now open the phone lines for you to ask directly. We have an entrepreneur and a philanthropist in the house. I call him my daddy. He bears the same name with my late father, and I respect him a lot. Anyone bearing Abayomi, I know they joke with them. I take them so seriously. I love my dad. So when I hear Abayomi, unless if you're a bad one,
my daddy, your daughter is calling.
Akiola is an entrepreneur and also a philanthropist.
Good morning. That's what I'm singing. My daddy, your daughter is calling. Your daughter is calling this morning. Either your trainers, your bracelets, or one of your hand chains. My daddy, your daughter is calling. You see, as I use this song, welcome.
Our Friday is always very relaxed. Our Friday, if you know us.
You see, as I use this song, welcome you. I said it. Trainers, bracelet, one thing will go from you this morning. I get that way. My size 4.
But this was
big, where. Good morning and welcome to the show. Good to have you this morning.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
In spite of his busy schedule, he'll still be jetting
out
of Lagos this morning.
I'm so happy you were able to make it this morning. Thank you.
Abayomi, I want to find out what are the common reasons a partner might not respond when a call comes in. I call you now, or Madam calls you, or you call Madam, and what could be the excuse or the reasons one can give? Okay, I'm sorry, I was not there. What are those you can help us with your experience?
Okay. Thank you once again for having me on the show.
So good to
there may be so many reasons and some kind of an issue sometimes. Firstly, like me, I make excuses for people when you do, even before. As I'm calling you, I make excuse for you for not picking up the call. So if I'm calling and she is not picking, I just make the excuses in my head, like maybe she's busy, maybe she's not with her phone. Women, they could keep their phone in the bag or keep it somewhere else. It's not like men that our phone has to be in our pocket at 247. So I just make it, maybe she's not with the phone, sir. And sometimes in the office, she might left the phone on the table, went to go and do one or two things before she comes. So I just put those things in my head together. She's busy. So I don't get angry or anything like that. That's my own.
Thank God you don't get angry.
My daddy doesn't.
In fact, thank God you don't get angry, because the next question I want to ask, I'm trying to look at our time. No.
Okay, maybe we should take a little break as we prepare for our advert. Let's go for this short mini feature, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Back, we've been talking about calling your partner and no response at the other end. What goes through your mind? So Joy was about to ask about your means.
Yes, my question is very relatable. I'll give a very relatable experience, something that happened. Now, can lack of response affect trust? You're calling your partner, they are not responding. Can it affect trust? Now, let me give you a very relatable experience. Yesterday, I met a man that was, I think this was like past 9. He was really drinking himself to stupor. So I reached out to him like, what are you doing? Are you going through any issues? And he now said he just buried his wife. So I was like, oh, I was trying to be sympathetic with him. But it's not like, no, that you should even tell me the story, because I now felt he really wanted to talk. And what was it? He said they are a happy family, that he drove his wife to church. They have 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. And she said she was attending night vigil. So he drove the wife to church, parked in front of the church, saw the wife, walked into the church. The church doors was open. There was actually night vigil. So he left, hoping by 6 a.m. to call the wife and said, are you true? Let me come pick you up. And then he kept calling and calling and calling. She wasn't picking. So he felt that maybe there are other meetings, cleaning, because I heard she's in the sanctuary department. Now, about 9 a.m., his phone rang, and it was police station that called him and said, hello, are you Mr. Asuso? He said, yes. Oh, we need you at Asuso police station. And he was like, oh, no problem. I said, no, don't worry. When you come, it's not something. And then when he got there, they said, oh, get into the car. We are taking you somewhere. We need you to identify something. And he was confused. And when they drove to an apartment, and he met his wife, lifeless body, in her boyfriend's house. And the guy was standing there. And he said, but I drove her to church. And then he now picked her phone and discovered that she had over 102 missed calls, because even families were calling her friends. And the police asked him, what do you want us to do to the man? He said, no, it's not his fault. I drove my wife to church. She decided to go somewhere else. Just give me my cups, let me take it to the morgue. He's an Igbo man, so he called family. But now, that is why I'm asking that question. Such a man. Do you think if he goes into another relationship, if you miss if he calls, even if he's sitting beside you and he calls you to even flash and you don't pick, do you think such a man would ever want to trust? Will he even want to even trust?
Just leave your life.
So can lack of response affect trust?
Well, actually, lack of response could affect trust sometimes. In some cases. Because sometimes I don't like to generalize things out on this one. It's cool. Such a man, any fact, even if he calls a woman and a wife or whoever it is, and not be, he will just be thinking a lot in his head. Or is it like this? Or doesn't? That's because there's an incident already. But for people that have not gone through such thing, at least it could still be managed. Even for such person like that, why I said I make excuses for people in this first place is that you're just punishing yourself unnecessarily, injuring yourself. Because your body, your system, when you start thinking, a lot goes through your head and it can affect you, the whole being of your body. So my advice is just like, take it easy. Make excuse for them. Not because an issue has occurred before. As a natural human being, it is there to be. You can think like that. When those thoughts comes in, find a way, find one or two people to take it out from you, just for your own sanity.
For your own sanity.
For your own sanity. For your own sanity.
For your own sanity.
It's deep.
Very deep.
It's deep. Your own sanity.
Don't give yourself unnecessary reference. Yoruba people will say, obìnrin bá torí ọkùnrin kan kú àbí tí ọkùnrin bá torí obìnrin kan kú ẹgbẹgbẹ̀rún
akọjá lórí sàárẹ̀ ẹ̀.
Do you know that? Do you understand what
I'm
saying?
lost.
If a man or a woman who, chased or run after the partner, you understand, and die, many of the opposite sex will also pass on your graveside. They will just pass. Many that maybe you would have had an encounter with, maybe would have helped you, maybe would have been there to support you at one time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So why are we running after? Your sanity is very important. Now, I want you to call the number on your screen. You can ask your questions now. You can send in your question. You can call. But please, when you call, don't put it on a speaker because we can hear you here so that it will not intercept our audio radiation. So it's very important for you to just leave it at the normal call. Make sure the background of where you are calling is not noisy. Don't let other people say they on air. Yes. Let you alone know. You now go back and watch and say, didn't you hear me on Galaxy? You bring it back to them. Share. I was on Galaxy. I was talking. That would be more reasonable. Technology is so beautiful these days.
Yeah.
So you can call that number or send your question to that number. And we're talking about calling your partner and there's no response at the other end. The story which Joy just give us now, it's really, really deep. A lot is happening. I was privy to a situation whereby the husband called the wife and the wife was not there to pick. And the wife got home. You have gone to do your rubbish, like I was saying yesterday, using crap as an example. You have gone to do rubbish. That's why I could not pick my call. You are with some people. That mentality. How do we get it out of the mind of people? I want to be general. I want to come there now. What people will say, the thing that is happening around us,
Yeah.
Why will a man who decide to, why not even be reasonable for your sanity, like you said? I called you this morning, I didn't get you. So what I wanted to give, why not go that way? Why would you want to arouse unnecessary suspicion, conclusion? One of our counselors said many of the conclusions, assumptions, is 80% false. Why? Why do we have to think in that way? You can say, you have gone to do your, anyway, it's your life. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, one thing about it is that I have my own rules. I don't check any of my wife, even when I was dating of my guy, I don't check your phone. The beginning of this thing starts from by the time you have started peeping into your partner's phone. Peeping now leads you to not to be able to trust. And as a lady, you could have so many admirers that be chatting or sending messages, calling at intervals. But by this time, either man or woman, you're peeping into your partner's phone. That's where the trouble comes in from that side. So the only thing is that when you're able to, if I had my phone on the ground, if my wife phone rings or anything like that, I don't pick it up. I can just say that your phone is ringing.
So it's the beginning of checking people's peeping.
Peeping into your
Your husband or your wife is doing something.
When you start, that is one thing that leads to that distrust. It leads to that distrust like that. So you don't have to, once you're able to, there are some people, maybe your wife, she came back late and I wonder, how would you? I've been trying to call her, she's not picking. You see some guys now trying to say, going through their phone, trying to be watching. And I have one principle that I live with. For years, I don't watch my wife wherever she goes. I don't even. She tells me I'm going to this place. I believe you are going there.
Like this man that the wife just
passed. That's it. You see, I keep on saying for your own sanity, because a lot of things, stories goes around.
That
contaminates your mindset and everything.
And makes you start thinking otherwise.
So you start thinking, like some other day, maybe I remember some other time somebody was My wife was talking on phone, then trying to get something. But I was not saying, who is she talking to that discussing like this? Unknown to me, it was her brother. But the discussion they are having, it's somehow,
suspicious.
There's some family that when you're talking to your
you
brother,
feel like you're talking to your daughter. You're talking to your daughter.
Sugar, my love. It could be his brother.
Yes.
But guys now just want to put it on generality. Maybe it's his boyfriend. It's because of the society that polluting the mind.
There's pollution.
There's pollution everywhere. So one thing is that one should go away from that pollution. That's why I always put it that way. For my own, not even for her, for my own sanity.
Now, but do you think that one not picking his or her partner's call could be intentional?
Yes, it could be.
Maybe
yes, I'm just here, and I feel like, please, I beg, I'm not picking.
Yes, it could be.
And what if he or she wanted to apologize at that time?
At that point, or there was an emergency. You get, or there was an emergency that like I heard of a lady that was asthmatic.
Yes.
And in fact, my auntie died of this not picking, of course. Yes, because the husband beat her and then left her and went to work. And by the time she started suffocating because she's asthmatic, her BP, and then she started calling the man like, come back and take me to the hospital. He didn't pick her call. It was the neighbors until she passed on. So sometimes there is an argument. And you're calling, I beg, it's not your mind.
Don't come and spoil my day.
Don't come and spoil my day,
Let me take this call, I beg. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay, so who is on the line? Can we have your name and where you're calling from? Okay, we lost that call. So what is your take on
my take on this one? I mean, my take on that is that even in counseling, no matter what happens between both of you, learn how to pick your calls at all times. Even there's an argument before leaving home. Like my late mother would always say something like, don't get angry, or two of you should not be overnight. Even immediately carry your anger overnight. Even immediately you are leaving your house or there's something happen. If you don't want to talk to her, send her a text message. Chat her up. I'm crossed at what you did for me. I don't like what this are doing to me. This and this and this. So sometimes, like, hi, I don't like talking too much because I can over talk.
My daddy, hold on. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, KK. Excited to have you.
Good morning, Joy.
Good morning.
Mr.
How are you? So you wanted to contribute something to our discussion this
quickly.
morning.
Yes, you guys have really talked a lot about relationships and responses to things. But probably I'll just talk about a few things based on what you guys have discussed. In the situation Joy gave, one must understand that no matter how well you do, no matter how much you put into it, some things will be what they are. So people must learn from that to understand that if you like, check a woman's phone from morning till night. If she has plans to do things that are not right, she will. So, and on the other side too, if you don't check what she needs to do, she will do. So for me, it's just more about trust, as you have talked about, and you leave it to providence. Because in this situation, the man had done what is right, took his wife to church, called his wife he couldn't get. All he got after was the dead wife. Is that his fault? Not his fault. What he has done, is it the right thing to do? He's done that. Your mind and your life will judge you after when you try to put things right. Thank you very much and God bless.
Thank you.
Another caller.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
They're calling from Command.
Okay, your name?
Peter.
Peter, okay, go on with your question or your contribution.
All right. Apart from
Peter, that your background is noisy.
It's not noisy.
Take it off speaker. You're on speaker. Take it off speaker. Your phone is on speaker.
Apart from this,
hello? We're so sorry. Please, if you call in, make sure the battery, you're not too close to your TV screen also can affect it. We can hear who, and it's not a good way to actually communicate with anyone at that time. So please, Peter, you can call us back from command. I don't know what happened. Please call us back on the number on your screen or send us a text message. Go far away from your TV or as much as possible, don't be on speaker. Okay? Thank you so much. So you were saying something, you that you don't talk too much, and somebody will now start, that did me, sorry. Now, how do you think one can handle women or men who are not phone compliant? They are not phone compliant. I have an auntie. She will say, if you phone me, say no drawer okay. Whenever I'm ready, when I reach upstairs, I'll go and pick it from the drawer and check whatever because I don't want anybody to make me go insane. Some people are very sensitive when it comes to all this tech and all that. So they don't want to get themselves overwhelmed, overworked with it. Now, how do we work with this set of people? You have a wife or husband. You just keep the phone somewhere. It's not only women, because you said women that time. It's not only some men too. Do you know sometimes when you have your phone in your pocket and you're moving, even if it's on vibration before call ringing, you may not know because you are moving. Unless you get to a place that is not noisy, can now dawn on you that, it was your phone that was ringing. So how can we help them? Sorry, another call just called because I want our people to talk. We lost it. We lost that call.
Okay. One thing about it, just as you have said, if there's a call, there's a time lapse. There must be a time lapse. When the time lapse is, you call someone, you call your partner, like that auntie that you just mentioned about now. You want to reach out to her. Then you, aside from that, you know individuals too.
Yeah.
With their calling and accepting
when you can call
when
they'll be in church or
they'll be in church
or something.
Like I do. Everybody knows me. Anytime on Wednesday, if you call me from 8 to 10:30, 11, I won't pick your call. It's known for me because I'll be attending a church program. So even though you are telling someone that I'm trying to call about your me, is not picking up. George, what day is this? Wednesday is in church. You can't pick your call. Even though my clients, everybody knows.
Hello. Oh, we lost that call.
So based on that one, the auntie, you try to reach her, she's not picking. One fact that remains, always do a text message or a chat. It's very cogent. You're trying to reach somebody and it's not picking. Don't just end the call like that. Do a text or send a chat. I'm calling you for so and so. Even it happens between partners that they're angry with each other. You try to reach out now to apologize or to say something cogent to her, and it's not picking. There's one fact that remains. He or she's going to see the text or the chat. Definitely. So when you are reaching people like that, that's why I was talking about the time lapse in it. Maybe like 1 hour, maybe she just went to her phone and picked her phone and saw, there's a text message, someone called me, there's a text message to do so and so thing for me. Then the person can act up immediately about that. So that's just my own text on that one. There's nothing, that's it.
You see this calling and not responding. As simple as it is, yes. I've had people that will have to smash their partner's phones because they are not picking. And the moment they enter, where is that phone? It's not useful to you since I can't call you and I can't reach you. Could we say, aside the fact that we are in a politicized society, it has to do with individual level of tolerance and control. Because if I'm calling my partner's phone and the person is not picking, I shouldn't be fast to think he's cheating on me.
Yes.
I should be fast to think that maybe he's in a business meeting, or like when you're calling me by this time, nothing will make you reason that by this time I should pick your call.
Yeah.
So is it because of individual lack of tolerance or self-control that will make you jump at the first instance, and then you smash phone? And we've had people say, "Hey, give me that your phone." Blah, blah, blah. They start, going through what is actually the basic line for reactions when we get negative reactions that come back from people not picking their calls.
Based on individual, some have anger issue. They have anger issue. At any slightest something like this, they react to it. Some, it may be mood at that moment they're coming in. It could come out of various kind of things that may arise from it like that leads to, especially those people collecting phone and smashing. That's an extent. It's anger. When you look at that individual on a normal day, he or she has an anger issue.
Okay. Anger issue. Let's go for a word of mouth. We'll be right back. Your spouse, and there is no response at the other hand. A big shout out goes to Oluwafe. Yes, Kakakelo do marry us. You have another year today. It's another beautiful year for you, and we pray God will continue to strengthen you and remind you of the memories of who and what He intends to do more in your life. So happy birthday to you from Pillow Whispers, and to everyone celebrating today. We love you. We appreciate God's grace over your life. Again, this life is hard, but it's harder if you are stupid. Life is hard, but it's harder when you are stupid. So how wise do you want to be? And we've been talking about you being tolerant, being understanding, being considerate, knowing better who your partner is. What time do you call? Even not just your partner. It extends cuts across now. We are talking about this. We're discussing this because we want to shed more light. Let there be love. Let there be understanding. Let there be wisdom in our, the way we relate, the way we communicate. Who is fighting with us? Who is chasing us? Sometimes the devil, devil goes to that. Go draw him. Now say it's the devil.
It's the devil.
Devil will carry you, carry cutlass, use you, destroy people's soul, use you to, to lock your heart to call from your wife or your husband, even though you had misunderstanding before leaving home, and he's calling you. Do you know what attention he or she needs wherever he or she is? Whether she's in an emergency and she need a blood, or she need you to get something, only you, because you are the partner, can make available. And that's why we're discussing this. Yomi, from your side, and just a word of advice to our viewers, the married ones, those who are just going into relationship, who are still managing their anger issue, frustration, bitterness. Your advice to our viewers, please.
My own advice to everyone listening is that, as I said earlier, just for your own sanity. When you call your partners and they are not picking, even aside from partners, whoever that person may be, just keep your calm. Make excuse for the person. The person is not picking, maybe because he's sleeping, his phone is on silent, when you just put all those things in your head as an excuse, it gives you your own sanity back. Then you can be at rest. So, in a nutshell, just make excuse for them for not why they are not picking your calls. Make excuse for anyone, whoever that person. The reason is not picking is this and this and that, and leave it like that. And if the person is not picking, make sure you do a text. You send a text or a chat. Leave it on. Whenever the person comes, he's going to see it. That's one.
Thank you so much, Abayomi. My daddy. my daddy.
Your daughter is calling. Bam, 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 bam. So that will collect my. I don't know which one you're dropping, Sha. By now, I'll collect something.
Okay, Joy, over to you.
Whoa, thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. Like you've heard it, in the midst of all this, the message we're trying to pass across to you over the weekend is please be patient and tolerant. Just like our guests have said, if you call and you can't get, send a text message. A lot is happening in this period. So you can't just stop assuming, stop unnecessary assumptions. Please hear your partner out before you now have a reason to not to, say, oh, is that why you didn't pick my call, So please, let's be calm on everybody. And for your sanity, like I guess I've said, enjoy the weekend. I am Princess Joy. Hey, I will see you next week. Bye for now.
Okay, someone sent a message. I just need to read this. Trust no one. Make allowance. Okay. Make allowance or excuse. Okay. Allowance or, give room for unpleasant surprises. Give room for unpleasant surprises. And also, Samuel from Ogun State, thank you for sending your message. Said it's dangerous in case of emergency cases. And like our guest said, if you reach out and the person is not picking, the next thing you can do is to send a message. Me, I always do 2 messages, either on WhatsApp or on text, on SMS. It goes a long way. If the SMS, maybe delete it, you will find the WhatsApp. I'm not going to say it for WhatsApp. You will find evidence in future. A big shout out to everyone from the MTR to our editor to Ire Bami, your beautiful voice. Thank you. And to our president for giving us this beautiful concept to run on Galaxy Television. To our supervising producer, also to Mr. Dewale, who is our head of programs. To our cameramen, our eagle eye. You see some of the pictures on my status this week. A big shout out to Raphael, to Crown, to our copper, to also our darling Uluwatobiloba. And big shout out to our audio too. We love all of you. Kalisa, thank you for always bringing our guests upstairs. We appreciate you. We love all of you, and to our accountants, we love you too. Thank you to all our viewers. We wish you the very best of the weekend. See you on Monday as Joe will be taking over from me. I need some rest from this seat, okay? See you, my name to remain Olori. Have a splendid and a wonderful weekend. We love you.